Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 4 apartment renovation. So yes, today we're going to be renovating an apartment in San Myshuno. We're not actually building in the new world of Mount Kumarebi. But I wanted to do a Japanese inspired apartment because a few months back, I think it was a few months back, I think at the beginning of the year or something, maybe in March, I did a Japanese inspired apartment because I've been wanting a Japanese world and a Japanese inspired pack with Japanese inspired assets and stuff like that for so long. So I decided to do a Japanese inspired apartment way back, I think at the beginning of the year, like I said. So we didn't really have anything that resembled this style. But I actually did that apartment build in a Penny Pizzazz's apartment, and I'll leave that linked on the screen for you guys in case you want to go back and watch that. But I did that build in Penny Pizzazz's apartment, and I thought, you know what, now we actually have proper build items that actually fits with this style that we can actually use to make functional builds that are inspired by this style. So in the other build that I did, the inspired one, I kind of made my own kotatsu table that isn't functional. I just made it with a coffee table and some pillows, some of those poofs that your Sims can sit on. But the table itself isn't functional because it's a coffee table. Your Sims literally can't do anything with it. But now we actually have a functional kotatsu table, and we also have platforms and stuff, so you can actually do a proper genkan entryway for your apartment. I mean, even in an apartment I managed to lower the platforms, so the rest of the apartment is on the normal height that it would usually be on. But the genkan, so the entryway and the spot where the shower is, you'll see that that's actually lowered as well. So I thought that was really cool that you can do that in apartments as well. And obviously you can raise them too, but the windows will stay at the same height. So you'll end up raising the platforms above the windows, and then you can kind of see underneath the platforms. So that's a really weird visual glitch or something. So I didn't end up doing that. But you can lower them a bit, and I didn't see any problems with it. It's still fully functional and everything. I did playtest this whole apartment, so everything works. But yeah, we're actually building in the apartment that's right across the hall from Penny Pizzazz's apartment. So the 131021 Chic Street apartment in the Fashion District. And the Fashion District is literally the first neighborhood in San Myshuno that popped into my head when I thought about doing a Japanese apartment, because that's where I built, like I said, the other one as well. And it's just the one that kind of fits this overall style, I think, the best, because it has the cherry blossom trees. I don't know why that's so hard to say, but it has the cherry blossom trees around the neighborhood and everything like that, and a bunch of those billboards that also kind of remind me of Japan for some reason. But yeah, so I built this in that apartment, and it turned out to be just under 30,000 simoleons once I was done with it. So it's actually quite affordable as well, so that's great. It's not technically a starter apartment, but maybe as your Sims' second home or something, especially if you end up playing with two Sims, because you can fit two Sims in this apartment. Even if you start with two Sims, it should be really easy to make the extra 8,000 or 10,000 simoleons that you'd need to move in here. And you'll see that I did put a few of those clothing racks around the place. So at the front door and in the bedroom, I ended up using both of those wall decorations that have the winter clothes hanging on them, the scarves and jackets and stuff. And I don't think I've used either of those in any of the builds that I've done so far, so in either the starter home or the terraced family home that I did. So I wanted to use them here, and I thought, maybe the Sims that live here actually love going on vacation to Mount Kumarebi and going up to the mountain, going skiing, stuff like that. So maybe that's what they do in their free time. Or maybe, they were originally from Mount Kumarebi and they actually lived there, they grew up there, and they've just moved to the city for whatever reason. And all of this architecture and all of this the overall style of the apartment, maybe it reminds them of home and where they grew up. So yeah, that's just what I was thinking about as I was building this. But yeah, you'll see that I use this like really bright white and like really light wood color scheme. That's actually a color scheme that I haven't used yet with the new pack, so I was really excited to use it for this build. And yeah, so that's basically like everything about the apartment. I do want to say that I did upload this to the gallery along with my other builds, along with my other early access videos. So everything that I've created, the other 2 builds and the 2 families, are all up on the gallery. If you want to download them, you can find them by going to my gallery page, which is at ChrissieYT, or you can search hashtag ChrissieYT and you should be able to find all of my creations under that. But the way I uploaded this apartment was, obviously you need to upload apartments as rooms, and normally you'd just delete one of the walls that are leading into the bedrooms and the whole space would become one big room, and you'd upload it that way. But since we've gotten like platforms obviously like separate the rooms and split them up into like separate rooms. So each platform height is like a separate room, and there's no wall that you can delete to kind of like cheat the system and make the game think that it's all one big like just singular room. So the way I had to do it was I did have to raise up the entryway and the space where the shower is. I had to make them the same height as the rest of the apartment so that I could upload it as one like big room. But that should be really easy to fix if you wanted to have the like lower platforms back. So all you have to do was replace the walls, obviously replace all of the walls that are missing. Then you should be able to just click on the Genkan and on the entryway, I guess I should say, and you should be able to lower it that way really easily, the way platforms normally work. Just click on the little arrows like one down and it will be at the correct height. As for the bathroom, you'll need to like redraw the wall the way I did at the beginning of the video and make that a separate room, that like 2x1 square where the shower is, make that its own separate room, and then just lower the foundation, or lower the platform I guess I should say, and then delete the walls, and that will work. So yeah, I hope I explained that like okay, and that you actually understood what I was trying to say. I suck at explaining things, so yeah, it should be really easy if you know like anything about how platforms work. It should be really easy to just figure out and do, because it's not all that difficult, and I didn't do anything super intricate with platforms in this build either, so yeah, you should be good to go. But yeah, I think that's basically everything I wanted to mention about the apartment. You have everything you need. So you have a TV, you don't have like a proper, I guess, living room, I say in air quotes, because the apartment is really tiny. I just opted to go for like the really big, kotatsu table that your Sims can actually sit at and watch TV, and they can also eat at it and like use it as a dining table, so that's great. So they do technically have like a living room space. But yeah, so you can just sit there and watch TV. They also have a laptop that I end up placing. Yeah, I already placed it on the like little island counter. So you have a laptop, you have a TV, you have a bookcase, everything works, so you should be good to go. But I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, give the video a like, and if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and remember to turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But like I said, this is up on the gallery along with all of my other builds and creator Sims, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm just trying to add the last few finishing touches and then we'll be done. But I hope you're all having a great day and that your week has been great, and I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.